Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Muscles by at the 25. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. As it completes to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And they'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Seahawks add 8-3 now. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I'll bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and first and goal.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Rams 7-yard line.
Warriors 70. 65, 19 Lions. Get it? Master, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Michael Dixon to kick off
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Hard 70.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard.
70 Lions.
Hands it off out of the gun. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now back to throw. They're going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in right around the goal line. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Let's go.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Forward, Panther 6, 60 Maverick, 6, 19 Lions.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd and 5 from the 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go, Reed, go. Get it. Steady.
From the gun, it's Walker. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Okay, ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throw out wide to Walker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
They'll set up to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Fielded at about the 28. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18, 79 Buffalo 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Second down and 8. throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Going right back to Ferguson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First down. First and goal, Rams.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get three to add on even more to their lead. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas. Apparently, they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Rams first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's second and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Terrence Ferguson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal.
Rams 25.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. 18 Cardinal.
He'll drop to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. Uses the spin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. And a touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Slant pass, it's Ferguson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go, set. 70.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A quick toss out right. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
That's the score. Rams 32. Seahawks 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
7-5, 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
At the 42-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A man over the middle, and it's complete. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To the left side, looked in by Horton. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Hey, check that. Street. Get it.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Seahawks put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. This 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 18. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's 2nd down. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Second down, goal to go. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Seahawks 35.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Bro, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
On the set.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Okay.
Here's 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Come on. Set. 19 tight. 19 tight. 65. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle.
Ready.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
60 Maverick. Here we go. Set. Mustang 9. Cougar 19. Ready. Hut. Check out.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. This one came